Artemis, you're working with the University of Athens.
Yeah, I'm a lecturer in Pediatrics Adolescent Medicine there.
Okay, and I also know that you do quite a lot of work with the Greek Safer Internet Awareness Centre.
Yes, I represent the helpline of Safer Internet there, and we have been doing quite a lot of work in the past few months.
Because yes, I know that in one of the meetings, one of the recent Insafe meetings, I was listening to some of the comments that you were making, and I think a lot of people felt it was very, very valuable information about certain areas that we haven't really, gone into in a great deal of detail, but I think things that are very sort of high on the agenda for parents, especially.
Yeah, it's sort of a view of a pediatrician, a doctor in internet safety issues that may help a lot in the agenda and the public health design for children and adolescents' internet safe use.
I think this is something we desperately need to learn more about, so I hope you'll be able to help us with some of this.
I hope so.
I mean, how do you view the use of online technologies by children? Because we often hear that it's all bad, and I think we all recognise that actually there's positives and negatives. But what's your view on that?
I think it's amazing. They have a very valuable tool, and they are born in this technology. It's part of their life, so we must acknowledge that and give them all the possibilities that they use that on their profit, gain a lot of things in terms of entertainment, education, and a lot of psychosocial development, and just be there so that they don't get the negative, as to say, things out of it.
I think that's the crucial thing as well, isn't it? I think very, very often parents are very busy people, and a child is engaged by the technology, so it's very easy to say, okay, well, I can go do my things now while you're playing with this, and I think that doing it together is really important. I mean, what sort of age do you think they should start to use the technology?
Yeah, I think that we must all take under consideration the child and adolescent development stuff, that the brain development starts from in the utero and goes on until early adulthood. I mean, sometimes it goes up to 24, 25 years of age. So brain development is a very crucial thing to understand, because children and adolescents and young adults are not adults in small sizes, but they're totally different in the way they think. They're concrete thinkers, they're very attached to present tense. They have not yet developed hypothetical or abstract thinking, so they cannot really see the consequences of their actions in the future. And that's been there forever. There have been ancient writings about that, and it's a sort of difficult age, especially adolescence, as you know. And so this is the kind that things are, they experiment a lot, they take risks. Adolescence is an age of high-risk behavior, really, in order to achieve things before getting into adulthood, achieve things like identity or autonomy, which are, it's a sort of natural process. But taking all this under consideration, and also social factors of today, like you mentioned, the overoccupation of parents, the sort of societies are built with very small families in great societies, no communication between the members of the society, and also not much possibility for physical activity. The child or the adolescent has a lot of time that has to be, spent a lot in the house. So we must always think of child development and see, even if there's a bigger gap between generations, because kids are technology experts and parents have a lot to learn about technology. It's the thing that we must keep in mind is, like in real life, they need adult experience. They need that in cyber life as well. So it's not a matter of technology, it's a matter of being a parent and then being a teacher at school. So it's a part of modern life, so we must really develop this domain, like giving guidelines and limits for children to be safe in this world. They belong in the cyber world, so we must assure they are safe.
I think that's really interesting. And if I could just ask you, pick up a little bit on the you said about the brain development. I think that's so important because I think that sometimes as teachers we try to get children to understand things that actually cognitively they can't.
This is very important because just like a small child first, can't walk and then walks. It's the same thing, like we can't see it, but brain development is very important because certain things take part in certain ages. And in Greece right now, we do have a problem, and in the United States, with young adults that do not have parents supervising, and yet they have not fully developed. And so they use the internet with no supervising, and they can get very much involved and have misuse.